We're going to get into our emoji tiers for the month of June. We were going to do it last. Typically, we do it last week, but Brig was at Shul, the old Shul house. So we bumped it to this week. So it's a little bit different, and there's going to be a little bit smaller window between this one and next, but that's okay because we're flexible. That's how we do things. So we're going to get into emoji tiers right now. And with that, Brig, why don't you lead us off?
I shall.
The diamond tier.
The diamond tier. It's pretty simple. The diamond tier consists of the Dodgers, the Yankees, and the Phillies, and that is in no particular order, sir. I mean, other than Anthony Rizzo being, offensively meaningless at this point, the Yankees are just plain old dominant. There's not a lot you need to say about it.
They are. So I've been wanting to talk to you about this, Brig. This weekend they didn't have Juan Soto. Do you think
they did not.
Absence was that significant against the Dodgers, or was it just a bad weekend to play the Dodgers?
It was significant. Next question.
Okay. All right. Because I do think his value went up this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Seeing the way things
went. It totally did. Well, while we're speaking of, do we have it up?
Oh yeah.
While we're speaking of the Yankees, let's talk about this homer.
That Trent Grisham home run.
So here's the deal, and we'll push play on this in a minute. Here's the deal, though. We have runners on first and third. So Juan Soto's spot comes up, but he's out, right? So they got Trent Grisham in there, and the fan base begins chanting for Soto. We want Soto. Roll the clip, Brad. And here's what he does. Big spot. The Yankees are down. And 3-run bomb. No doubt. Right fielder didn't even turn. Or all he did was turn. He was like, whatever. I got it's going out. 1 run scores. Alex Verdugo. Aaron Judge comes around to score from first. Grisham all the way around. Bada bing. Dude's happy as a camper. But they were chanting for Juan Soto, and he was like, I'll cash that check. And he did. And it's so fabulous. So I love it. So do I think that his trade stock or his value went up? Yeah, I do. But there are guys behind him who can manage. And so, good to go.
Yeah. I
still think without him, we're good.
Yes, you can manage without him, but I think with him, the Yankees are next level.
Yeah,
absolutely,
100%. So 100%.
My diamond tier, Brig.
Yeah,
it didn't change because it's the same. Dodgers, Yankees, Phillies, in no particular order.
Yeah,
and I know there's been a lot. The Phillies have caught a lot of strays because they haven't really played anybody so far. But the thing is that they've been winning those games. Good teams beat the teams they're supposed to. The Phillies are beating the teams they're supposed to and getting off to a massive lead in the NL East. They are 45-20. That is good enough for the second best record in all of baseball, by the by.
Yeah.
They're up 9 games on the Braves, 23 games up on the Miami Marlins. Like, come on now.
Now, did you know that the Phillies lost their 20th game on Sunday, and their 20th loss last year came May 14th?
Yeah, they weren't good to start the season last year.
So, bada bing. I know
this team's on a mission. This Phillies team is on a mission. So
yeah, and they're killing it. They're doing great.
They are, and I think the Dodgers are not winning as much as we thought they would. Like they got swept by the Reds a couple weeks ago. Like what?
Yeah, it's bonkers.
Like it's weird. They're one of those teams that plays to their competition because they took it to the Yankees this weekend, but then they couldn't play to the level of the Reds, who were not playing well at the time, playing well now. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah,
but I still think the Dodgers are who they are.
Yamamoto, 81 strikeouts in 71 innings.
Pretty good.
That's pretty good.
All right. Show us your heart tier.
Here we go. We're going to get controversial. Okay, so my heart tier, I've got the Royals, Orioles, the Mariners, Cleveland's Baseball Club, the Brewers, the Twins, the Reds, and the Padres. Now, come at me a little bit if you want to, but the Orioles make a ton of sense here, let's be honest. Mariners make a ton of sense here. But where I might catch some heat is who you don't see. And you know, it'll happen. It'll happen. but we'll get into it later. For those of you paying attention, I think the Reds make a lot of sense here. They went on a 7-game winning streak. Again, they swept the Dodgers. They're capable. They're young. They're hungry. Fired up. I think unless they sell off a bunch of talent at the break, which would be inadvisable, then I think I'm digging what they're doing.
Well, they're getting not Cattell. They're getting Noelvi Marte back here in about 10 days, about 10 games. Because he's serving an 80-game suspension for PEDs. He'll be back soon, and he's a stud. He struggled a little bit last year when he came up, but he's a good player. So just add another really good player to their team, and they'll be fine.
So, and then the reason my Padres are up on this list is because I had to move some other people down farther, so they just got bumped up by association.
I know.
I
have a team like that on my heart too.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with how good I feel about San Diego right now.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
I agree. So my heart tier, I have the Orioles, Reds, Mariners, Cubs, Giants, Cleveland's baseball team, Royals, and Brewers. Royals, I've been up on the Royals all season long.
Oh yeah.
They're so good. They're so close. Like if we could have 5 teams in the Diamond, I feel like they'd be in the Diamond. That's how much I like the Royals right now.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah, they'd be up there with the Orioles. The Reds, like you said, figured out coming around. My Mariners, I love that they're winning, but I don't necessarily love how they're doing it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I would say the same thing.
They need to figure out how to score some runs against somebody besides the Angels. The Cubs, I didn't love putting them here just because I don't know entirely. I'm not entirely sure who they are, but they're winning, kind of. But also, if I've got the Reds here, I'm going to have the Cubs here. So
yeah, they're squeaking.
There's that. Same thing with the Giants. The Giants, I didn't want to put them here, but I did because I needed one more team here instead of in the question mark.
Right, exactly.
Cleveland's baseball club continues to win. They're an offensive juggernaut this year.
They are, yeah.
Apparently, Brig, I watched a Trevor May video, and apparently they took off part of their upper deck. So now the wind flows more freely through that stadium.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's why the offense has come around this year.
Trevor May has become an oracle.
Dude he is ripe with information. I love it.
He does not care. He will tell you.
Yep.
I love that. I 100%. Love that.
So that is my heart tier. Tell us about your question marks.
Here's the one. This is where the Braves belong right now. I'm sorry. I don't care who you are. They are just on their way down. I don't know who they're supposed to be anymore. I don't know who they're trying to be anymore. I am absolutely flabbergasted. They just keep losing, and it's monumental. It really is. So, because I'm so confused, I got to put them in my question mark. Rays, Astros, Blue Jays, Tigers, Giants, Rangers. But I've got Oakland up this high, and I tell you what, I'm not even going to apologize. Okay, I'm still confused about them. I still don't know what role they're going to continue to play. And until I think they're going to stay in my question mark tier until we get to the trade deadline, and then we'll know more. But
okay,
they'll slide down where they belong, probably at that point. Although I might keep them up this high, or I could totally see myself bumping them into the heart tier if they give the guys they ought to give away to teams that need them. I'd be like, yeah, you can have a heart tier.
Just throw them a bone.
just because I love you. Well, just because
there's not 8 teams that belong in the heart tier.
There are not.
That's the thing that's
really
hard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was really hard. But I will say,
breaking the rules early this year.
Langoliers is awesome, and Mason Miller's awesome, and Rooker's awesome, and we're it's good. It's good.
Yep. I know. I like the A's, but I actually watched 3 full games against the A's last week because the Mariners were playing them. I was like,
yeah,
I see it. I see the problems.
Yeah, they're there. That's fine.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the Rangers being under 500 really quick because that sucks. Tigers are under 500, but I think they're going to turn it around a little bit more. But right now, I don't know what to do with them. So, and then the Astros, it's like what? They're under 500 and 5.5 games out. I don't know. I still think they'll figure it out, but I'm not settled if I'm an Astros fan.
Yeah, the Astros are weird. That's why they are also in my question mark tier.
Oh
So I have
yeah.
the Twins, also the Braves, the Rangers, the Red Sox, the Pirates. I'll get there in a minute. The Astros, Cardinals, and Padres. So I have the Padres here where they belong.
Yeah, right.
And
They do.
but so I want to talk about the Pirates for just a minute.
Yeah.
So the Pirates are 31 and 34. Okay,
Yeah.
they're doing a lot better than a lot of teams.
Better than they should.
And we've talked to, I'm sounding like a broken record, Brig. If they can figure out their bullpen, if their bullpen could just like keep a couple of guys from crossing the plate, they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Right? Like if they could cut their runs allowed down by like a third, this team would start winning more. They're third, like I said, 3 games below 500, 7 games out of the division, but only a half a game back in the wild card right now.
Yeah.
There's
crazy.
a lot of baseball left. There's 2/3 of the season left, and they're only half a game back. Come on now. We still have the June drop off that we could hit, but they're 6-4 in the last 10.
Yeah, they are.
So go Pirates.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Astros for just a minute. The Astros are also 6-4 in their last 10. They lost on Sunday to this. This is crazy, man. So they played the Angels, and there's this walk-off by Logan O'Hoppe with Hader on the mound. It goes back, and Cabbage is going back to the wall. He has it, but then he doesn't have it. It's and then look at this. This kid, the kid
has it
with the ball. The kid, and now you've got Kevin Pillar is not sure, or sorry, not Pillar. AJ Pollock isn't sure what to do, and the base coach is like telling O'Hoppe like, "Don't go yet because you don't want to pass him because if you pass him, you're out, and then it's that game, not a walk off anymore." But I love this kid finding the ball, and everybody just kind of like, "Oh man!" And I feel like initially right here, the fans are kind of like, "Yeah, you got it," and then it wasn't. They didn't have the realization until like later, like, "Oh, but that means he hit a home run. That means the game's over, which means we won."
Ha ha! Walk it off.
Yeah, it was awesome. And then my last thing from this was, I don't want anybody to ever say that baseball players are not athletic and not in outstanding shape, because freaking look at Logan O'Hoppe right here. So the Angels, as part of their celebration, they come and they rip his jersey off. You got Cole Tucker right there, and then look. This dude is a specimen. Holy crap, man. He's jacked.
Yeah.
And that's for a catcher who you think might want a little bit of pudding in the middle to absorb that ball a little bit. But, dude, he is shredded. So, anyway, we're not talking about the Angels, talking about the Astros. The Astros are a little confusing. Their bullpen still hasn't been able to figure out. Their bats are still doing what they've been doing, but it's befuddling, to say the least. The Braves, everything you said about the Braves, have no idea who the Braves are, what they're doing. Red Sox, I don't know. So the Rangers, it just talk about a World Series hangover. Holy crap.
Jeez, it's really intense.
30. It's funny, though, because they're also 31 and 34.
I know.
But they don't want to win games. It's like the Mariners lose, and then the Rangers are like, that's fine. We'll lose too. We'll lose.
Yeah, it's okay, buddy.
Holding steady 5 games. And it's like the Rangers win and then the Mariners go win. They've been holding steady at 5 games for like a week. It's so weird. It's so bizarre.
Amazing.
All right, go with your thumbs down tier.
All right, my thumbs down. Mets, Red Sox, Cardinals, Pirates, Nationals, White Sox, Cubs, D-backs. Now, the pivotal names in here are the Red Sox and the White Sox. Okay. The White Sox are not this good. But you could argue the Red Sox are not necessarily this bad. However, when you about get swept by the White Sox, both of you are going to change positions a little bit. And I'm sorry, I don't know another way to explain it.
That's a perfect way to put it. Yeah.
Thank you. Paul Goldschmidt and Nolan Arenado are the only things going well in St. Louis about right now. And that's bad. And then I think the D-backs have fallen to sleep or something.
World Series loss hangover.
Dude, I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, they're 31 and 35. There's a lot of baseball left. It's a chance for the wild card still possible, but not with the way the Giants are playing. Nope. And certainly not against the Dodgers. Yeah, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You got too much competition in the West. I got to get my Cubs here. It sucks. It sucks. But I'm just so not sold on the Cubs. I feel like they went on a tear a little bit, but when we did this last time, last month, and everything was looking up, and I was pretty like, yeah, okay, cool. And now I'm like, I don't know, man. I, I don't know. I feel like Cody Bellinger's is fine. He's doing fine, but you
Right.
got to
Yeah.
do a lot more than that.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Yeah. The Cubs are bizarre. I really didn't want to put them where I did, but
yeah,
kind
that's
of how it
fair.
shook out. So
This is where the Pirates belong, though, Brad. I hate to tell you. I apologize, but
I don't know, man. I watched a lot of Pirates games this year, and I like what I see from them, to be honest with you.
that's awesome.
Okay, so my thumbs down. I got the Tigers, Blue Jays, Rockies, Mets, Nationals, Rays, A's, and the D-backs. D-backs are the same thing you said. Just it's bizarre what's going on there. They seem to have fallen asleep. Don't know what's happening. Um, the the Tigers. So the Tigers feel like they overachieved at the beginning of the season. I thought they were going to be good. I
I did
really did.
too.
I thought they were going to be good last year. A lot of talent, but Spencer Torkelson has been optioned down to AAA.
Well, it surprised me so much.
So he's what is he now? I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Like not what they thought he was going to be. So and it might have been because they rushed him. I don't know. But so the Tigers are a mess right now. Scooble could potentially win Cy Young, but
Totally.
he's got Seth Lugo to compete against too. So
Yeah,
I
but
don't,
did you know they're 10-3 when he pitches and 22-30 when he doesn't?
makes sense.
That's it.
Makes
You can't have just one guy. You can't.
right. Yeah, you can't plan to just win one out of every 5 games. That's not
It's
going
not
to get you anywhere.
sustainable.
So yeah, and I put the Rockies here because they're bad, but they can like put up a fight. You know, I've seen them come
Okay.
back several times late in the game. They're not just going to roll over. I feel like teams that belong below the thumbs down tier are teams that don't necessarily put up a fight. Like, Grant, I know the Angels
Hmm.
put up a fight this weekend, obviously, but a minus 102 run differential though is pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm not buying any Rockies tickets right now unless somebody's in town. And then I will for sure,
Yeah. Okay, go ahead with
which
your
is why
poop
they're
tier.
here.
Yeah.
They're in my poop tier. Rockies, White Sox, Marlins. So, is that your
Didn't you
poop
have the
tier?
White Sox?
Yeah, hold on.
That
Is that your poop tier?
that's
Because
my poop
mine,
tier.
yeah, there's mine. Angels, White Sox, Marlins. I was like, wait a minute. So the Angels, honestly, Logan O'Hoppy's training program is probably the best thing going on in Anaheim right now.
Probably.
That's it. I don't care what else anybody has to say.
This is actually my poop. This is actually my poop tier. That other one was yours. You doubled up on something. But anyway, it's fine. This can be
Oh,
your poop tier.
well, this is where I want the Angels to be anyway. I didn't have them
Yeah.
anywhere else. The White Sox were in my thumbs down. You're right. So what I've got here is the Marlins and the Angels and the Rockies. I guess that would be mine. I don't know
There you
what
go.
happened. Worked out in the wash.
Yeah. Oh well. Anyway, it's fine.
So there you go.
So the White Sox are a hot mess. Just top to bottom. They could end up setting some kind of loss record this season because they're that awful.
They are.
The Angels, like you said, the best thing going on in Anaheim is Logan O'Hoppy's workout program because
Yeah.
it's funny that Ron Washington went so fast from like, yeah, we're going to turn it around to like, we're just see what happens.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
And I feel so bad for the guy because
Yeah,
he did such great things in Atlanta, and
I know.
a piece of me was like, man, I'd love for him to do well with the Angels, but another piece of me is like, as a division rival, I hope he fails.
Sure.
And maybe he comes and he's third base coach or first base coach for the Mariners because I like Maniac a lot. But anyway,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's a bummer that things are going so poorly for Washington there in Anaheim, and I know that some of it
I
has to do
agree.
with injuries because you've got Rendon out infinitely, and you've got Mike Trout out again,
Infinitely.
and that's you don't know when he's going to be back. And then the Marlins, man, like when you have, and I know we talked about this, but when you have your executive being like, it's not
Oh,
happening when you're
oh,
like 3 weeks into the season, what motivation do the players have aside from a major league situation?
Right.
Like, I'm not playing for that guy. He doesn't believe in me.
No. Right.
Forget it.
I
Go out
agree.
there and collect a check.
Yeah. Right.
So,
Worry about yourself.
yep, exactly right.
That's terrible. I don't want to talk about it like that. It hurts my heart.
Yeah. I wish the Marlins were better, but they're not. So, but baseball family, let us know what you think about our emoji tiers. Share some of your thoughts, feelings, and concerns and snide remarks, if you please, if you would like to. You can do that in the comments on YouTube. You can also send an email to us, baseballtogetherpod@gmail.com. That will go straight to us, and we will probably read that on the show
Sure.
if it's appropriate. So keep it appropriate, and we'll read it.